What's up, nerds? Back with another lifting vlog. This time in the home gym, basement gym, because it is time to start preparing for ski season. And that means it is time to emphasize the conditioning part of strength and conditioning. Because once you hit a certain point, I would say once you're able to squat your not squat your deadlift. Once you're able to squat your body weight and you're able to squat like maybe your body weight and a half. So right now, I'm 200 something, I can squat 300 something and I could do that for reps, no problem. So now that I'm at that point, you don't really need to focus on strength as much as you need to focus on conditioning, because skiing is not a whole lot of weight. You're squatting a whole bunch, your body weight up and down, but you're going to be applying pressure to your outside ski and pushing on that leg, and it's only useful to an extent. Because your skis you only have, just like a car, you can't turn your car any further or any tighter than its turning radius unless you're drifting. But assuming all four tires are making contact with this asphalt, and in this metaphor, as long as all four tires are touching snow, as long as your skis are on the snow, you can only make your skis bend so much before you risk them breaking, or before it just becomes not exactly, it's not beneficial to skiing. So that's why this video, and, as we get closer and closer to ski season, that's why mainly I just, do a bunch of, I think right now this is 160 on the bar, I think, something like that, 135, and then 210s, 155, or so 165. So it's 165 on the bar, a little bit over half of my, max squat. And we're just doing reps, baby. Reps, baby. And I'm obviously skiing for more than 30 minutes, right? But the effect that this has is this is building muscle endurance. I think in between I give it maybe a 45 second, maybe a minute break, tops, and then go for another 5-6 reps. And I think I was going for something around 50, 60 reps total, somewhere in there. In addition to this whole process, this was also, I was busy with work this day, had a bunch of stuff I was getting done, and I was able to hit the gym in a smaller capacity. I was able to go for my recovery aspect, even though I didn't do a full recovery, but I digress. The point is that, I only had 35, 40 minutes to get in some sort of lift, some sort of something. And again, with ski season coming up, this is the perfect time to get in and get some squats. And I think that it's super important for everybody to throw in body weight squats, if not leg day. But then if you are a skier specifically, throwing in half your squat, or just more than body weight squats, because body weight squats are great. However, you're going to be pushing against the mountain. You're going to be pushing against gravity. You're going to be having that extra push on, and you're going to be doing that, maybe 10 times when you go down the mountain. Yes, you could be, if you're skiing a race, it's going to be 20 or 30 plus times when you go down the mountain, you're going to be exerting that extra pressure. But just, again, muscle building or muscle endurance building is key for coming into ski season. And something that, hey, if you really want to push your legs and you're really trying to just get massive wheels, and you're young and you want to just, and you feel great about squatting, and your body has a great squatting genetics, your bone structure is great for squatting, and you want to push it up higher and higher, I mean, yes, it will help you be a better skier to an extent. However, again, though, this is just for, skiers. This is not for racers. If I was an active racer right now, I would be squatting more than this, because the ability to exert the maximum pressure, a maximum external leg pressure, and doing that, hopping from both leg back to back, and being able to, and have your legs having the stamina or the endurance to keep up with that. I mean, that is obviously going to make you a better racer. But that's what this video was. Just a quick, little video, because just because, you don't aren't in the gym, just because you're not lifting, just because these are all, fitness helps everything, right? I mean, we could, next, we can't right now because the season's pretty much done. I mean, as next year comes, it'll probably be on the list. But, when I lift and I specifically focus on upper body stuff or arms and things, it's because they benefit me while I'm boxing, while I'm doing core exercises, and you're doing different types of kettlebell movements. Those help you out when you're in golf, right? Or it could be any sport, and you don't have to be a professional sport. You don't have to be a racer. You don't have to be, a pro golfer, amateur, anything like that. However, I like to think that a lot of people, the reason why you go golfing is because you have some level of skill at golfing. The reason you play baseball or want to play baseball, tennis, sports, whatever, is because you have some sort of skill in it, or you are some level of competitive person and you want to be better. You want to hit a home run. You want to throw that nasty slider for a strikeout. You want to be able to carve down the hill, and make absolutely buttery turns. You want to be able to eat up ice on the mountain, and you don't want it to, you don't want to slide down it. You want to be able to put pressure, into your skis. So you just carve and eat right through that. And, that's just what this video is, and just a little bit of the squatting, technique part of it. You see my heels are slightly raised, and I am doing my best to get, a little step forward on that. Oopsie. But I am doing my best to really try and get a nice, not ass to grass. I mean, this definitely, it wasn't ass to grass, right? Because I wasn't leaning back, but I don't have the bone structure to lean back like that. If I'm not wearing my squatting shoes with like really higher raised heels, it's tougher for me to get that ass touching grass just because of the way my bone structure is. But the way that I squatted these, I mean, and this is again why you want to push a higher squat, but you don't want to push it so high that you are not getting the full range of motion, because when you're going down the hill, you're going to be pushing your entire leg to its limit. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Smoke grass, eat ass, be excellent to each other. I will see you in the next video. Deuces.
Like the vid, leave a word, drop a comment, get absurd. Subscribe if you had some fun. We drop bangers one by one. Check the description down below for all the